I'm on my way to Sweetwater, Tennessee. The name originates from the legends of springs in the area. Being situated close to Interstate 75 makes this a great little stop along the way for travelers. It seems to be somewhat rural, and I like ruralish. A gazebo always makes the town look cute. It's a great place to sit out of the sun, to people watch, and check out the amazing cloud formations. There are quite a few interesting shops, and despite it being quiet today, I'm sure they get some weekend tourists. I have heard that hiking is fantastic here, with waterfalls and caverns. The trains of the Norfolk Southern Railroad amble through Sweetwater, dutifully delivering goods along the way. Here's my hotel. It's across the street with more shops. Definitely a good spot for antiquing. There's no room in my car for any of it, but it's fun to look at. It seems to be a dog-friendly town, and my dog Bella was happy to find that out. I have found a place to stay called the Remedies Inn, and so grateful they are dog-friendly as well. This building looks to be about late 1800s with original brickwork and doors. Hi, I'm at the Remedies Inn in the historic town of Sweetwater, Tennessee. Bella is making herself at home in the main area. Hope they don't mind if I eat while sitting on the couch. The counter is a great place for fixing some coffee and oatmeal for breakfast. There's a little hallway with original brickwork that leads to the bathroom. The bathroom is modern and very clean. Nice shower. Great old school sink and nice light fixture with a cool retro mirror. I love the way they use the typewriters as art. Wonder if there's a story behind this. All this wonderful brick. The Himalayan salt lamp is a nice touch. Wonder if I need to sage the room. Get on your side of the bed. Your side, I mean it. Get on your side of the bed. Which is your side of the bed? That's my side. Get on your bed. Unbelievable. You know that's your side. Yeah, you know it. How dare you? Bella wants us to go to sleep. Looking forward to interviewing the owners tomorrow. I'm about to introduce to you Heather, who's the owner of this sweet little boutique hotel. I'm here at the Remedies Inn with Heather and Scott, who own this beautiful boutique hotel. And I stayed here last night just on a fluke. Just happened to find it on Airbnb, and I was so excited. I was like, oh good, no Holiday Inn for me tonight. So I'd love for you two to tell me about how this all started.
So last summer we saw a for lease sign in the window over here, and we just have a thing for historic buildings. We live in a house that was built in 1840, so that's a labor of love.
But and what year is this place?
1860.
Okay.
So we just love old buildings, and just to be in downtown area would be super cool. I've always been in hospitality, so it's just kind of my dream to be on Main Street here.
That's great.
We've lived here for quite a long time, and I've always wanted to be on Main Street. And so
Did you grow up in Sweetwater? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
we didn't grow up here. We moved here to raise our kids here.
Right, and he told me he was from Louisiana.
He's from Louisiana.
And where were you from?
I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
So,
big city. So you went big city to.
Yeah,
so you live on.
When we got married, we moved to Knoxville.
Oh, okay.
And then we decided, we started having kids, and we decided we didn't want to raise our kids in the city. So we just found this beautiful farm here in Sweetwater, and we bought it when kids were still very, very young.
Nice.
So we've been raising our kids here. It's just perfect lifestyle to raise kids.
Great. And how many kids do you?
We have 3.
3? Oh,
yeah.
Nice. And what are their ages?
Oh, now they're 10, 12, and 15.
Oh my goodness.
So.
And we've been here for 11 years, so.
Wow. So this is home. This is definitely home.
This is home for them. They're growing up here.
Yeah, you're planted.
Yeah.
So do you grow things on the farm as well?
We have livestock. We have meat animals, and it's very small scale. It's just pretty much to provide our family with meat and
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Mhm.
That's
But
great.
no crops or anything like
No
that.
crops, no. I have to grow tomatoes everywhere I am, so I always have tomatoes.
I think we accidentally grew a few this
We
year.
did. I planted some a couple of years ago, and they came back. So
Isn't that wonderful when that happens?
It is.
That means that's a strong breed, so you want that because they,
yes.
yeah,
Yep.
you
Every
get
year.
the seeds from that, put it back in next year, and you get more even
That's right.
stronger tomatoes. So.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so you have some different properties going on. You leased this one, so this is a lease.
Well, no, we actually called about the lease, and we thought it was just this one room in the front. We didn't realize that it went all the way back.
Oh.
So when we came to look at the property, we were like, this is definitely too much of an investment for us to invest in a leased property, even though it was perfect for what we would want to do.
Mhm.
And they said, we had been talking to them for
Couple hours.
a couple hours, and
So Kenny and Elaine Archer, they've owned this building since 1967, and it's always been a pharmacy all the way throughout the years. And it was Archer Pharmacy downstairs, and this room and the back room was kind of their office space. So we met them, and we never met them before. Within 2 hours, they offered to sell it to us.
No
So
kidding.
it's kind of the God-given moment, and he was crying, I was crying.
Oh, that's awesome.
They loved our passion for this and what we wanted to do with it.
vision and just our spirit. They said if anybody's going to own this building, we want it to be you guys.
Oh, that's
so they
terrific.
Just decided
So it
to
just
sell
That
happened.
really is really
It was
cool.
meant to be,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and they love what we're doing, and this room is their room. This is
It's
the Archer
named
room.
after them.
Oh,
This is the
okay,
Archer
yeah, I
suite.
wanted to ask about some of the
Mhm.
names, and what's mine mean? What's,
Okay, so in the 1880s, this building housed the 10W Printing and Hardware Suite.
oh.
So that's where the typewriters and
Oh.
the
Are those the typewriters from there, or no?
No.
No, but that's,
yeah.
who knows, it could
Just
be.
a throwback.
It could
It could be,
It could be.
you never know.
So that each of the that's the only business that's been in this building since 1860 that was
Mhm.
not a pharmacy. So that's where we got Remedies in, because it's always been a pharmacy building. And then we just took the man that built these buildings for his family pharmacy was Mr. Bogart. So that'll be the suite next to this one.
Ah, got
So
it.
that's where all the names are coming from.
I
is the
love
different
it.
pharmacies that have been in this
It's
building.
fabulous.
Except for the Dixon room is actually Louise Dixon in 1920 carved her name in the wall in there, in that suite. So that suite is the Dixon suite.
Oh my goodness, that's great. That's
So this
great.
was a railroad town back in the day, and the building next door to us is about half this size. And from what I learned during an open house and everything like that, is that the railroad would come through, and that half building was grass area,
Oh.
and that was actually their urinal. People use the restroom. So, and I think back in probably the late 1800s or early 1900s, these were rooms. They were all, I guess it was a hotel
So it was a hotel before.
In the upstairs, maybe.
or apartments.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's set up that way.
Yeah, it's
But the lower
interesting.
levels have always been pharmacies. So I'm not
Interesting.
sure if they let it out the upstairs
Mhm.
Huh.
for overnight stays.
Probably, it
or
could have
long-term
been, it
stays.
could have been, it could have been one of those things where, there was a woman who ran, you know how they have in the movies where the woman runs a place and
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
a
the
boarding
ones
house.
upstairs.
Like a
Yeah,
boarding house.
Very likely could have been a boarding house
Yeah.
upstairs.
So her name on I forgot what date it is in there, but it's 1920. But she carved her name in the wall, so
That's so cool.
we named it
That's
after her.
great.
Ken.
Oh, that's good. So anyway, so tell me about the farm. So you rent out on the farm. You have a camper on there.
We do have a camper.
Mhm.
We're not listing it anymore.
Uh-huh.
Just because most people don't know how to use it and everything, and so it's so much more work to put into the camper
Yeah,
for
yeah. I saw
I
it
have
listed.
so
I
much
thought
stuff going on.
It is. It's still listed, but it's. I think we have everything.
all the
blocked off
days
right
blocked
now.
out.
Mhm.
Okay, and then there's a room or something. Treehouse.
The tree house.
Okay, and is that up in a tree or? Is
It is 16 feet off the ground
Woo!
on one side.
Yeah.
On the
Oh my
back
gosh,
side.
no babies in that one, right?
Not
No.
yet.
It's just an open like studio style, but it's 380 square feet and it has a full bathroom with a double head shower. We actually tiled the shower with antique roofing slate.
So it's glamping
It
at its
is
very
It's
best.
nice.
Absolutely gorgeous.
The whole front of it is actually it's about 23 foot of nothing but glass. And they're
Wow.
9.5 foot tall pieces of 3/8" tempered glass.
Oh, wow.
And then a friend of mine who actually made a barn door style metal frame. So that whole one pane, they're 4.5 foot by 9.5 foot, and I made a sliding barn door out of it. So we built it ourselves. It took me 2 years to build.
Wow.
I started in April of 19, and then finished it up this April
Wow.
21.
Yeah,
So
just,
Oh my
just
goodness.
working on
In
it.
our spare time.
In our spare time.
When I
We
come
have
back
so much spare time.
When I come back through, I'm like, I
Yes.
don't want to
Yeah.
stay there.
so it's quite amazing. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
It has a kitchenette. I mean, it's with the stove and everything.
propane fireplace,
Oh my
propane hot water
goodness.
heater, and
Oh, I want to stay on the way back because I'm going to do it again next year. I have another
Mhm.
Loop.
Loop. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to go to California, but I have a
Wow.
loop coming back. You know.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I live in Phoenix, so I'm on my way back to Phoenix. So
Awesome.
yeah, I can't wait for my own bed now, even though yours was quite nice.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, and I think the biggest thing for us is people always ask us, why? I mean, what? Like when we went out and looked at the tree that had the tree actually coming through the tree house and out of the tree house, and a lot of people are, how'd you even get the idea of doing this stuff? And it's hard for a lot of people to see a piece of ground and a tree to what it could be. And
Oh, yeah.
And like this hotel, about the rooms being completely destroyed almost, and then to this.
I peeked in
Yes.
and I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, they got their work cut out for them. Are you doing the work here then? Do you guys do
He
the
and
work?
I are doing most of it ourselves.
Oh,
We are
my
contracting
goodness.
out very little. I laid all the tile in all the bathrooms myself,
Good
and
for you.
he's done all the demo
Mhm.
and the floor refinishing,
Oh
and
my goodness. You need to be
Um,
videotaping all of
So,
this.
so many people have told us that, but it's just the time. I have a
Well, just-
full-time job also.
Just leave a camera up in a corner somewhere and just get it on video. It's really,
It's true.
I mean, it's really interesting stuff. People love watching that
It's
stuff.
true.
So, you know,
Very
you put
true.
it on your website. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Mhm.
People feel like they've come along with you. So
yeah,
it's
definitely.
an interesting journey.
Especially since we still have 3 suites left to finish and the lounge
Right.
still left to finish.
I see that.
So
And that end there, is that yours too?
Yes,
or-
ma'am.
Oh,
This
so,
is-
so what's all that gonna be?
this is a suite up here in the front, and this back space is going to be my office space.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So that suite is just like this one. It overlooks downtown Main Street, and that's going to be the McCrary.
McCrary, and who's McCrary?
It wasn't.
Another family pharmacy.
Mhm.
Oh,
That
nice.
was before the Archer family pharmacy, before 1967.
You're making all the ghosts happy here too.
I think
right?
so. I think so.
Do you have any ghosts in here?
We don't, not that we know of.
Not that we know of so far.
I thought about that last night. I said, I think I'm all alone in here. I realized it at one point. I'm like, I'm completely alone with my dog. Thank goodness.
Yes.
And that's a good thing you allow dogs, because I don't know if I could stay here without my dog last night.
That is
So-
one thing that really sets us apart from most places that are dog friendly.
Mhm.
And I love my dog. So
Yeah, I mean, everybody loves their dog.
And
so
you know
it's
what?
kind of
Honestly,
important.
like 85-90% of pet parents are awesome, and
Mhm.
there's no issues. It's just those few that make you want to
Mhm.
cry.
And it happens, you know. Lots.
Yeah.
Also, it happens with just people. You know,
Yeah.
people can do awful things, and
Yeah.
you know. So,
So,
and dogs are
okay.
generally innocent, so
They
didn't,
are.
They didn't mean to.
Right.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
downstairs, Leanne with Feather and Flock, she rents that space, and she's awesome. So it's like a women's boutique store.
Uh-huh.
And then downstairs, you want to tell them about the organic store that you
Oh,
created.
definitely, you should.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. I was
we-
going to ask you, but you were there.
Took it right
I-
You're good. You should do this.
That space came available because the tenant that was down there, it was really kind of too small for her anyway. So she moved out shortly after we purchased the place, and my options were to either lease it back out or make something. And there's no options for buying clean products around Sweetwater. There's no place to buy clean makeup. There's no place to buy chemical free. You know, Walmart has a few things
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
really what you're going for, you
Mhm.
know? Especially not with makeup. There's no clean makeup anywhere around here. You have to drive all the way to Knoxville or Maryville to get clean makeup.
Oh my goodness.
So I really wanted people to be able to have the option to buy clean products.
That's so cool.
And so we've made our own cleaning product line. So we've got our own cleaning products, but we've got so many wonderful options for people to be able to buy chemical free now here in Sweetwater.
That's
And
so cool.
it's done really well so far. So it's going to be a great opportunity for the city just to be able to, buy clean baby products and clean,
Plus, you're setting a precedent for the area too of small businesses that function in a progressive kind of way. Which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And so and Sweetwater has been so positive and getting supportive on everything that a lot of people are doing here.
It seems that you get that feeling when you come into town. There's a good vibe here, a really nice vibe.
There is.
Yeah, I
There
like
is.
it.
And the organic store, it has everything from chemical-free makeup to beard oils to doTERRA oils, candles, snacks, dog treats, organic dog treats.
It's got
So
a
there's-
good line.
All
So
that
there's a
little
little
tiny
bit-
place there.
Yes, ma'am. And,
That's great.
and we're looking to do in the near future CBD oils, organic.
Oh, that's really
CBD
cool.
oils
Yeah,
also.
people are into that heavily now.
Yeah, and there's just no place here to be able to buy anything like that.
Oh, people are gonna
So,
love it. They're gonna love it, especially when they sleep well at night.
Yes, and they can eat.
Right, exactly.
Right.
This is really great.
And then the other thing that we're doing down there is a smoothie shop. It's called Berries, and she just turned 15 2 weeks ago, and she actually developed the whole logo, the menu, and everything like that.
And where's that gonna be then?
So once you get down there, you'll kind of see, but it's in that same store.
Oh,
It's in
wow.
the back area, and I picked up all the equipment that I need about a month ago. So I'm slowly installing all that, and
Where do you sleep?
I don't think we do.
Really?
No.
Actually, we are very strict about sleeping. We get to sleep at 10 p.m. no matter what. I mean, we're just out at night,
Yeah.
and we sleep like a rock.
That's
We
good.
work really hard,
That's
so
good.
we
I'm glad to
sleep
hear
really
that.
Yes.
So
You look okay. You look like you're
I
sleeping.
know, right?
we're both still alive. We haven't killed each other yet.
Not yet. Not
That's
yet.
great. Well, you're doing a good job.
Yes.
Dog friendly. What else? I wanted to ask you something else. What about plan for elevator? Do you have any plans for that or no?
We have talked about it and collaborated and gotten different ideas and things. It's really complicated to figure out where to put one because her
Yes.
space is leased down below, so it couldn't be on this side at all.
Right.
And then my space down there, I'm trying to figure out how to make like a little, I don't know,
Like a corridor or something like
where to
that.
put one.
Right. What
Is
about in
the
the
problem.
back? I saw there's like
Well,
the
how-
creepy stairs back there.
After hours, how would people get to it? That's the
So
problem.
they would have to go in through her store.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So the back
Or our
stairs,
store.
the back stairs actually come down into her store.
Right.
That's
Right.
access to hers.
Yeah.
So
That's
one
my
way or
only
the
trouble
other.
with it is just getting up the stairs. I'm getting older and I'm thinking, well, if I keep coming here for the
Yeah.
next 10 years, what's this going to look like
Right.
in 10
So
years?
we're trying, and I'm sure we will. We will.
Yeah.
We will figure out a way to incorporate one.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a process
Yeah.
of how people will be able to get to it after hours when the stores are both closed.
And the space. I mean,
Right.
because the elevator has to be,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of room
Yeah,
space.
Yeah, there's
and-
just not, you run out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you run out of room.
So
I know.
I think that's the problem is the space that we would need to put an elevator in, we just don't have right now.
Yeah. They have those beautiful little ones in Europe that are really tiny. Oh, they're so cute here.
So we thought
Do
about
you
that.
travel to Europe?
I have been there.
You
Yeah, I
have
have
been.
been there. Yeah, and I'm gonna
I like to
after
travel.
the COVID stuff passes, I'll probably go
Yeah.
back and check it out and do some more footage on Europe and so forth. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the renovations. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing.
Okay, so we had a strategy when we first decided to do this because the cost is definitely prohibitive. I mean, it's to do all these
It's a
renovations.
lot of money.
it's
I can
expensive.
see you're doing it well too.
Mhm.
You're
Thank you.
picking nice
We're
stuff.
trying.
Yeah.
So I knew I could get these I contracted out all of the hard things like the plumbing, because I actually had to request that she close her store for about a week and a half this past January. January is slow for her anyway, so she was happy to do it. But we worked out a deal to where she was happy to close.
Right.
And so she closed for about a week and a half while I went into her ceiling and ran all this plumbing.
Wow. So
I went
all
ahead
new
and got
plumbing,
all the
new-
plumbing
oh my
done
goodness.
and got all of that done.
Electrical, you had to put all the electrical.
All
Oh
of
my
it's
We
done.
goodness.
All of that stuff is done, and then I did the finish work on this suite and the one in the back.
Wow.
So all I really have left to do is finish work.
Yeah.
Because all the infrastructure and everything's already in, lighting and all that stuff. So just finished work, and then the revenue that we're creating from these 2 suites will just, as we get revenue, we'll finish.
Just keep putting money back into it.
So-
And so are you renting a lot? Are you getting it rented or?
It from the very first month that we opened, we're immediately at like 75-80% occupancy rate.
That's
So
good.
August has been slow just because everybody's going back to school, but
Yeah. And
but
you're gonna
already
stay open year round. You're not
We
gonna
are.
close
Yeah.
down at any
Yeah.
time.
It's just going to be like a regular, just a hotel, you know, like a constant hotel. But I think originally, like all the bones, all the structures, like in the rooms and everything, because it used to be apartments or
Whatever
it was
boarding house,
before,
whatever. Right.
all that's in there already.
Right.
So the main thing was just 2 or 3 walls for the bathrooms. And then, so when we originally in December, before we closed in December, we just started in January. So we made a list of all the lumber that we need, really before it kind of hit.
Yeah, all of a sudden
the
everything
big
went
money.
doubled up. Everybody
Right,
told me it
we
went
got it.
crazy.
So we
right
purchased it all
before.
before
Wow,
and
good,
stored it in there
good.
because we knew that something was coming.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a lot. We didn't need a lot of lumber. And I also had lumber from the tree house that I did a long time ago. You
That's
know,
cool.
so
Start pulling in stuff from different places.
so it didn't really the what's happening right now and everything, it didn't really escalate our costs.
Yeah, it wasn't
hardly at all.
your issue, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about furniture and so forth? That adds up too, doesn't it?
I'm kind of a
Yes.
picker,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're
and
a
I just
picker?
collect
Yes.
and put things together and just
Mm-hmm.
I find stuff.
Oh,
You
that's
find
a
things
level
off the
up.
marketplace. And,
Like this little piece.
I love
is
this little
here.
piece. This is great.
I already had a table and chair for in here, but then once you actually have the space finished and you're pulling stuff in, it was too big.
yeah.
And it kind of like, even though it was
It
so
gets in the
small,
way
I was
of the
like,
room,
man,
kind
I
of,
really
yeah.
need something smaller than that, and I just happened to find this little guy, and I was so excited.
And the chairs fit right under. We
I
have to show
know.
this. This is so fabulous.
Perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
it is.
I saw this and I couldn't pass it up, and it was perfect for this room. I mean, it just really is.
It's
perfect
exactly
for
what this room needed. Yeah,
So-
I love the blue. It's just
Mhm.
beautiful in here. Lovely, lovely.
So we find everything off of Marketplace, and even like dumpster diving. I'm serious. You'll find
I like to follow you two around for about a week
Right.
just to see what you're doing.
it's unbelievable what you'll find that people just throw away
Yeah.
and to refurbish it and all that stuff. Like the typewriters, I think they were $20 a piece, and they sell for 80, usually 80,
Yeah,
90 bucks a
Good
piece.
for you.
And the sofa, all that
But
stuff.
just finding. We're just finders.
I bet you're putting a little dent in the little antique stores around here.
I know.
We used to do the diving. Who's doing the diving now?
I know. Who are they?
I want to find out who they are.
Yes. But Sweetwater has been so supportive in all this stuff, and there's grants, and they've got a grant for a dog park here. They've got a grant for an outdoor gymnasium center for like working out and stuff like that, and they're doing
Cool.
they're doing
It's
so much for
growing.
hospitality management, travel, tourism part of things. So.
Yeah, and tell me about the history of Sweetwater, because there is, it's historic. Because
Yeah.
the train is historic, of
Mhm.
course.
It was incorporated in the 1870s. So, so this building was like right, the very birth of
Popped up right
Sweetwater.
when they.
But
yeah.
it was a little depot town,
Mhm.
just like many of the towns in the South.
Right,
Mhm.
right. And is there any? Have there been any battles that went through here, or
I don't think so.
no?
On our farm, we had an historian come out and just take a look, and he said there were some Civil War activities in this area,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah, you would
more
think so.
Virginia come down, floated
Yeah, I
around
went to
here.
Antietam, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. Giant battlefield. I'm like,
Mhm.
this must have been the Super Bowl of battles
Yes.
here. It's
Yes.
massive, and they have like troops from all different places. I was like, wow.
And then the Lost Sea. Have you been over there?
Mm-mm.
It's off of 68. It's like maybe 4 or 5 miles from here, but it's underground caverns.
And
And,
there's actually a sea.
and they have an underground lake with trout in it and everything like that.
It's very
So-
cool.
Whoa!
And
Very cool.
So back and once you
Can you fish in it? And people
no,
They won't
it's
let you
it's
fish.
just like a boat tour that they
But
send you
there's
on.
trout in there.
Mhm.
Yes.
There are. It's pretty amazing.
Is
So
it salt water or fresh?
fresh.
Fresh.
It's all fresh.
Yep. So
It's
back in the
spring
day,
fed then.
It's
Okay.
all spring fed.
I was like, if it was salt water, I was like, how did that?
I know. Where did that come from? So
Well,
back-
trout. You
It's
said
really
trout.
cool,
Okay,
though.
dough.
And there's so much history from there, from the Cherokee Indians. They're the Craighead Indians from the Cherokee tribe. They have Civil War people that lived in there, and they have markings on the ceilings and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
It's really awesome.
So it really has some very interesting history here. Yeah.
So we also have Solly Notch Vineyard, which is a muscadine vineyard, and they have their assortment of wines and things.
Okay, I'm never going to get on the road today. Am I?
You
What's
should
today? I think
stay.
it's usually not open. The vineyards here don't open until like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
No, it's more like Tuesday through Saturday, I think.
Oh, really?
They're open.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to go there.
Yeah, I like all the little bit. I've noticed. I was in the wine business to some degree. I've been in hospitality a really long time, and I was in the wine business, and so I see all these vineyards popping up everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God,
this is special because it's a muscadine vineyard, and that's native to Tennessee. So it's a native grape.
And what is it? What does that taste like? Do you know what that is?
It's sweeter.
It's a sweet wine. Kind of like God, I can't even think of the name of the wine. Isn't that terrible? All right. Anyway.
That's fine.
So we have the vineyard.
Senior moment here.
We have a cheese company, a cheese farm right up the road in Philadelphia.
They have their own cows, so they make their own
cheese. They do the tours and everything, and they have a store with all of their cheeses for sale and stuff like that.
A lot of stuff going on, so I mean, people can really come here and stay a
Then
few days and really enjoy stuff around here.
Yes.
And just the waterfalls and the hiking trails, like Tellico Village and all that stuff, is just plains.
We have lots of good waterfall hikes.
Tons of waterfalls and camping and.
Cool. I gotta come back through here again next year. All right, so I will. I promise I will. And I'll make sure I book it way in advance because I bet you're going to be full.
We hope so.
I think you're going to be doing fine. Or I may have to do that tree house. That sounds kind of fun too.
Yes. We'll work out a special deal with you.
All right, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I really appreciate that you took the time to do this with me. And I had no idea I'd even do this today myself. And
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for staying with us.
Yes.